This is Shep's Tech Cars, and before I get anywhere in this video, I just want to say thank you guys for all the support on my most recent video. I honestly did not think that video would get over 200 views, but I just really want to say thank you guys for all the support lately. It's been really much appreciated. Again, as I'm currently coming to an end with school, it's really been like really stressful for me to come out with videos, but I'm back at it again with another video for you guys. In this video, we're going to talk about car-related subscriptions and add-ons, and I feel like this is a really important topic to talk about because right now in the car industry, auto-related subscriptions and add-ons are becoming a very hot trend that may be a good thing, and for some other companies it's a bad thing, and I want to give my overall opinion on this. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video. But first, you may be wondering, what is a car-related subscription or add-on? Now, think about it this way. You know how you pay for Apple Music or Spotify Premium? Those are music subscriptions, for example, or Netflix or YouTube Premium, for example. Those are subscriptions to apps to get better. For Spotify Premium, I believe it's like better quality music, no ads. Apple Music is only a subscription-based thing. Netflix, you get access to a bunch of different shows, etc. It's kind of similar to car-related subscriptions. You have your car, and depending on what manufacturer it is, that manufacturer may offer different features with a subscription. Now, a lot of car manufacturers are devoting to this to get the manufacturer maybe a little bit more money and a little bit revenue, because during the pandemic right now, the sales have not been doing so well for them. So this has really started up like actually really recently. Now, I'm going to give you guys a couple examples of some of the companies that do this. So for example, Tesla. Tesla is probably one of the first that come to mind because they have a car-related subscription and add-ons. I forgot to tell you guys what add-ons are. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's basically just things you can pay after you buy the car and you can add it on easy like that. Tesla has a subscription-based system and an add-on-based system. If you do own a Tesla, which we actually do, if you go into the app, you actually see a little bit of an upgrades tab on the app. And in here, you basically add different things to your car via a software update. For example, for us, we didn't buy enhanced autopilot or full self-driving, so in here is something that tells us if we want to, we can pay $10,000 to have the car drive itself, basically, which we're probably not gonna buy. But there's Tesla. For other people, that's gonna be like full acceleration boost, maybe heated rear seats, etc. Also, Tesla has a premium connectivity subscription system. So with premium connectivity, I believe you get like satellite view navigation, karaoke, access to search any song you want. And that's actually a really, really good deal. Now, pricing actually varies depending on manufacturer, but Tesla's was a really good deal at around $12 to $13 a month, which that is a lot. I'll put up a picture of everything you get with premium connectivity and with just standard connectivity. It's honestly a really good deal for $14, and again, it's really comparable to Apple Music, so I'm completely fine with that. It's a really good deal, and I reckon most people that buy Teslas does premium connectivity. Other manufacturers, for example, Volvo and BMW, have an app subscription. So for example, you buy the app for your car on the App Store, and to sign up, you have to pay either a yearly fee. I believe the Volvo's is called Volvo On Call. That I believe was around $50 a month, or it was like $100 a year to get the app features, and you get remote start, you get remote locking and unlocking, you can see where your car is on a map, etc. So there are a lot of different objects and features you get with the app, and it is also a really good deal. Some people do it, some people don't, but again, it's all based on personal preference. I actually really like the car subscription based idea. It's a really good idea, and it's been really passed around to a lot of manufacturers. what I don't like is when manufacturers overuse these subscription-based features, and there are a couple companies that do that, but the big main one that I just don't get is Audi. Audi recently started a subscription-based option with their cars, and honestly, I'm just gonna have to say, it is basically complete BS. We own an Audi. You guys already know that. I've shown on my channel. It's a 2021 Audi Q8. And the prices for the connectivity features with the subscriptions you can option for are just freaking insane and by the way, this goes for Audi's entire lineup, by the way. For all the cars, the prices for the subscriptions are just insane. Now, Audi recently, came out with this subscription-based system right when they started transitioning from their older MMI to the newer MMI with the touchscreen instead of the swivel wheel. So that's when they transitioned and added a subscription-based feature. And this goes for basically all the cars. I believe everything like A3, A4, all the cars have an option for this subscription feature. And honestly, you'll see why it's complete BS. So let's start off with, there are 3 different options you can actually go with. You have Audi Connect, Prime, and Plus, which is basically one option for a subscription you can get. Or you can get Navigation, which doesn't come standard anymore on some models and you have to pay for it. Let's talk about the navigation part first. So with cars, this is only for their base cars. So the Audi A3, A4, Q3, and Q5. That's what they define as their base cars. So it costs to add, obviously you can't add navigation to it when it comes from the factory. You have to add it in via this subscription. So so the price for it is $85 a month, or get this, $850 a year. You think I'm misreading that? Well, subscription plans start at $850 a year. So I just have to ask someone this. Who in the world is gonna pay almost a price as a brand new Balenciaga Speed Trainer for navigation? Now, without going on a rant of why Audi's doing this, I actually have a feeling of why they did this. Well, since the Audi Q3s, A3s, A4s, and Q5s, they're their base cars. So normally, when people go in and buy their Audi's base entry-level cars, they're not really gonna care that much about cars that much. So Audi assumed that since these people are mainly just trying to have wheels to get around, since Apple CarPlay is standard, they're just going to use Apple CarPlay because these people probably don't know how the Audi navigation works anyway. So that's why you have the option to option it in, which is why for their higher models, they're assuming that people actually like cars and care about what they drive, so they include it for free. Anything above an A4 and a Q5, it comes included. So in A5, it comes included. A6, A7, A8, it all comes included. A Q7, a Q8, the navigation is standard in that car, but it's just their entry-level cars that have it as a subscription. What isn't standard for all cars is Audi Connect Prime and Audi Connect Plus. So Audi Connect is basically Audi's version of, you can add a little bit more safety features and lots of different things. Let me read you everything that's included in the Audi Connect Prime subscription. So it's basically their basic Wi-Fi subscription. So you get their Wi-Fi, Google Earth, traffic information, traffic light information, My Audi destinations, natural voice recognition, and parking information. Usually, most of that stuff's standard on other cars. However, Audi, they include a 6-month trial when you buy the car, but 1 month is $36. I guess that's okay, I mean, maybe, but 1 year is $365. Now, again, I don't mind about paying for a subscription. Again, it's a way for the manufacturer to make money. But what I don't understand is why they Audi include on every single one of their models. That's right. So, for example, right, we just bought an Audi Q8. That's like an $80,000 car. And you're saying that none of these features I just mentioned come standard with the car, and we already have to pay it, and we have to pay $365 a year for it. Now, I get it. We can easily afford $365 a year, but when you're paying that much for a car, Audi, it's really unnecessary in my opinion. You're already spending 80 grand on a car. Again, not many people can spend 80 grand on a car, and you're having to spend more money on a subscription for a car. That's kind of disappointing, Audi. Now, Audi has another option called Connect Plus, which is basically better Wi-Fi. That 1 month is $50 and 1 year is $500. So again, this is extremely disappointing because some of these cars, like the Audi R8, RSQ8, SQ7 for example, these cost well over $100,000. And having to pay a subscription when you're already spending over $100K on a car is kind of unnecessary and just complete BS. Now, I bet a lot of other people are giving grief about this, and it's not just me. But again, Audi's entire subscription system is just kind of BS in my opinion. Now, I obviously don't want to end the video on saying that Audi's subscription system is basically sucks. Here are a couple ways that Audi can actually improve it. So, first of all, have a limit on how much the car spends and make it free. For example, if the car costs about $65,000, $70,000 above, then that's a good idea to consider to include it just standard with the car free. You don't have to pay for it at all. Even if it's just the basic Wi-Fi package, that's fine. But when you're because usually when you're paying, what I call expensive for a car is above $50,000, for example. That's what I call expensive for a car. That's most cars these days. If you want to get a nice car, for example, it's around 50 grand. If you want to go above 50 grand, you're going to get a nicer car. And I think it should come standard above 50 grand. If it's above 65 grand, 70 grand, for example, that's when it should be considered free, because you're already spending a lot more than the average person on a car. It's completely understandable when Audi isn't going to include the subscription on a $30,000 Audi A3 or a $40,000 Audi A4. Again, it's their entry-level model, I get it. However, on Audi's flagship SUV, the Audi Q8, again, it doesn't have it included. Think about it. Audi did the same thing with their navigation system. They include it free on everything above the A5. We should probably do something like that for the Connect Prime and Plus. Have it include everything above the A5. That should be something that maybe Audi should consider in the future. And that's mainly it on car-based subscriptions. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. I know it's kind of a different topic that most people don't talk about. But again, I want to try bringing out more content, different content than other content creators out there on YouTube. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.